All right, guys, it's Jared, the head coach here at Purpose Fitness, and we're back, episode 7. So we were out last week with a sickness, but we're back on the mend. New program, new mezzo, kicking in now. We're gonna step back in with a nice, easy arm day to kick off our first session back after being sick. Obviously, we don't want to suppress the immune system. So let's get into it. Let's have some fun. All right, guys, so exercise 1. So in this arm session, what we're doing is, in previous arm sessions, what we were doing were rotating between the biceps and the triceps. This time we're starting with triceps at the start of the movement. All right, so whenever I start a new phase, typically whatever I'm favoring in the first program, say for example, if I'm starting a session with a bicep, in the next program, I'll always start with the tricep. And that way I can always ensure that I'm keeping up with a good balance and not creating any imbalances. As obviously if you started with something when you're fresh, you're gonna get stronger in that pattern or that muscular environment. So in this movement, to rip into it, we're doing a pull down. But what we're doing is in this program, we're focusing very much on sort of a metabolic stress and mechanical tension sets. All right, so we're doing sets of 20 reps. In this one, what we're doing is we're actually taking the rope further away from the body. So essentially what we're doing is we're creating a bigger stretch part between the elbow and the cable to enhance the tension in the joint, which will then make the tension a lot harder through the tricep. So we're not rotating or pulling through with the back, arm stiff, and we're driving directly back and straight down to that elbow tension there and coming back up. So there's no shoulder movement or any other joint movement. The only thing is directly through the tricep, and the leverage technique is further away to enhance the mechanical tension that is occurring in that tricep, as opposed to a close pull down mechanical set. All right. Second up is we're heading into another tricep exercise. So we're doing 3 tricep exercises together, whereas before we'd go biceps, triceps. We're doing 3 triceps and then 3 bicep, and that will be our arm session.
Let's go.
All right guys, so that's triceps completed. Onto biceps now. So what we're doing is we're doing a heavy barbell standing curl. So in our previous mesocycle, we did a lot of mechanical sets on the biceps, so like preacher Michelle's isolated movements, dumbbell incline curls. We haven't done a standing barbell curl for a long time, which is a very heavy sort of movement. So we're starting that off for the biceps to drive a lot more of that neural adaptation. Then we're going to move on over here to a cable direct sort of movement. What we're going to do is we're going to be laying on the floor, and what I really want to do is I want to bring out my outer head of the bicep, so the external. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a laying movement next, which we'll show you just after this. right guys, that concludes our arm day for our second mesocycle into the off season. I hope you guys enjoyed the tips and stay tuned for episode 8 to come. Is that satisfying?